What's up, guys? Welcome to Equals and Alternatives, episode 10. I'm your host, Mike Vacanti, and I feel like I just got my ass kicked. I'm sick. I'm wearing the same clothes that I wore yesterday. I literally feel like my head got hit by a truck, but the show must go on because it's a daily one-take YouTube show. So today we are reviewing Starbucks Protein Box, which I have right here from Miami, Florida. It's actually a little cloudy and not amazing out, but whatever. The Starbucks Protein Bistro Box, which is 13% protein. I don't know why they label it the Protein Bistro Box. I would imagine that the ingredients in here are cheaper than actual protein, and so to label it protein, thereby move more units, they can make more money because they have higher margin on cheaper goods. I don't know if that came out clear or not, but here in the box we have grapes, which are not protein. Apples don't have any protein. We have what appears to be some kind of bread, which is not protein. Cheese, more fat, a little bit of protein. Whole egg, more fat, a little bit of protein. I'll have some of this. And Justin's honey peanut butter, which goes nicely with the bread. Tastes really good, but doesn't have a lot of protein either. Equal to 2 hot dogs, and the macros are actually pretty close between 2 Oscar Mayer gross little wiener hot dogs. And I got birds coming in trying to, yeah, you can have these when I'm done. I want nothing to do with these things. Sick. Instead, at Starbucks actually doesn't have an amazing food menu for hitting your numbers if your goal is fat loss. The reason is that, really? Okay, here. The reason is they have breakfast sandwiches and they have paninis, and they range in, like, some of the breakfast sandwiches are in the $3.50 range up to I think $6 for the paninis. Most of them are in the 12 to 20 grams of protein range and 300 to 500 calories, maybe 400 to 600 for the paninis, and more like 20 to 28 grams of protein. But none of those are really good options for a moderate to high protein calorie deficit, and they aren't priced amazingly. So if I were at Starbucks and I were hungry, like I am right now, rather than buying one of those things, I would instead, normally I would get black coffee. This is green tea Zen. Really, any of their 0-calorie drinks that have caffeine are going to help suppress your appetite a little bit, get you to an opportunity an hour or 2 or 3 hours later when you can have a meal that makes more sense. Taste, convenience, nutrition, cost, everything, rather than squeezing it in at Starbucks. Okay, so this is their green tea mint, I believe, which is good, and I don't feel good, so I don't know. I feel like it's like an old wives' tale to drink tea when you're sick, but I'm gonna enjoy this. If you absolutely need to eat at Starbucks, I know some of you might be thinking, like, but I have to order something because that next meal isn't coming, or like I need food. Their chicken and hummus bistro box is actually much higher protein. I'll put the numbers on the screen, but I want to say 20 grams of protein and 270 calorie, which isn't horrible. And a couple of their sandwiches, 1 or 2 of them are okay. There's a turkey and stuffing panini that's actually low fat, so it would fit on a training day with 30 grams of protein, 50-ish carb, and only like 10 fat, so that would be an okay option too. But for the most part, Starbucks food options just don't make a ton of sense. All right, I just ran into Mark Cuban like 1 minute before taping this too, and said hi to him and pretended that like we knew each other. I don't know what I was doing. I name dropped Gary. I was like, I'm Gary's trainer. I saw you last week in New York. Like, yeah, how are you? Question of the day. Do you have like a celebrity run-in? I was just in Los Angeles for work stuff and saw a couple of friends, and everyone out there talks about seeing celebrities, which is the stupidest thing, because it's like they're human beings, and to base conversation around where you saw them or where they hang out is just really not shallow. I mean, maybe it is, but it just seems dumb and like pointless conversation to me. So in that vein, the question of the day is, do you have a notable celebrity run-in story? I just saw Mark Cuban. When I met Wayne Gretzky, when my dad took me for my 8th birthday to down into the Blues, we were actually in Chicago, so it was a Blackhawks Blues game, and I got to see Chelios and those guys. That was pretty awesome. All right, talk to you guys soon. Remember, even if you're not counting macros, your body still is. So you better count those things.